Hey Planny fam, welcome back to my channel. I am Jess with the Pixie Planner Life, and today we are going to be setting up my budget planner slash notebook. It's kind of a combination of the two. So if you want to see how I'm doing my budget planner for 2023, stick around because that's coming up right now. Okay, so as you can see here in front of me, I have two separate planners here. This is my current budget notebook, and I just call it my budget planner because that's basically what it is to me. However, it's more of a notebook style than anything else. And this is actually the new budget guided happy journal that I got from the Happy Planner. They just came out with this in their most recent winter release, and I want to find a way to combine the two. And I'm going to be completely transparent with you guys. I'm not exactly sure how this is going to come out. I love both of these covers and discs so much. So I'm not really sure exactly what I'm going to end up with as far as like the covers and the discs. The difference is these discs are plastic and they're a clear silver glitter, like a silver sparkle. And then the front cover says save now, spend later. And the inside is this beautiful terrazzo, like beachy cottage vibe colored pattern. And I'm really loving that look right now. However, my current notebook, I have these awesome, really fun, bright, colorful turquoise metal discs. So they're metal. And I love these discs so much. I have had the same discs and cover probably for 2 years now, and planned on taking this into 2023 with me until I saw this. So the inside of this one has these little piggy banks on it. So this is more of like true budget status. And the front cover on this one says, good things happen to those who budget. And I really love it. So we're going to find out by the end of this video what I end up with. But we are basically going to combine my setup of like all this note paper that I basically use for my budgeting with the inside of this guided journal. So I'm going to show this to you guys really quickly. I don't want to take up too much time because I don't want this video to be super long. A lot of my videos recently have been really long, and I'm trying to not have you guys sit here for an hour. So really quickly, first page is set your goals. So this is a 4-month guided journal. So there's only 4 months in here. I almost got 2 of these, but I'm hoping that they won't sell out and I can buy another one 4 months from now. That's the goal. But anyway, this is the set your goals page, and you have month 1, month 2, month 3, month 4, and then you write your goal, like your budget goal in here, or your money goal, and then the action steps you need to take to reach those goals. So that is like the first page. And then you have a bill schedule, which you can write down all of your bills, which I have this in my budget planner, but it's basically just like a scratch copy on a piece of note sheet. And you write the bill, like who it is, and then the due date, and then like you can check it off as you go on through the year, which I like that they gave you like a whole year of this. I really like this. So that's a good reference sheet. And then the back is just like a plain dot grid. So if you have any like notes or extra little reminders you want to put down, you can do that. And then this is a debt tracker. So me and my husband are behind on quite a few things, a couple of credit cards, and then some other things we have to catch up on. So I really like that this had a debt tracker log. So there's that. And then there's a savings tracker. So another thing that me and my husband want to start doing is savings for just like an emergency fund, and then for travel and Disney. You do get, oh no, you only get 2. So actually that works out perfect. So we have like 2 sections here, and then we can put in like what we put towards each week for each month, and then what our starting balance is, the amount needed, and like what your goal is in like a 4-month period, which I think this is pretty cool. So I love that. And then on the back of that, you have a budget review, and you can review each month at the end and basically what your income was for that month, what your entire expenses were for the month, and if you saved anything, how much you saved. And then there's a little box here that says, how did you do? So you rate yourself 1 through 5. And is there anything you can improve on in the next month? And I really like how this is combining budgeting with like journaling and reflection. I think this is really important. It's one of me and my husband's major goals for this year, is to get back on track financially. So I really love these front pages that they give you in this budget journal. So I love that. Right there, it was worth the money alone. And then you get into your month. So your first page is kind of like an overview. There's a question, what event or circumstance is coming up this month that you know you will need to spend money on? So like January, there's my mom's birthday. I have to get her a gift. So right there, there's something. What can you do to adjust and save for that upcoming financial thing? And then there's a spot where it says things you want, things you need. And I love how they do this like little like squiggly arrow and it says actually need. I love this because it's really going to help my brain and my husband. To be perfectly honest, we have similar spending styles, which is kind of like a recipe for disaster a lot of days, but we're working on it. And it'd be really great for us to really reflect on this. And my goal is to do this with him. I don't want this to be just me. Our budget planner is for the two of us, and I really want to work on these goals together. And then your back is your monthly expenses. So for housing, food, utilities, personal entertainment, transportation, medical, and other. And then up here you put in your income and then the date. And it's perfect because we have my husband, and then currently I have YouTube. I am making money, but it's not a lot. It's very minimal, not enough to be taxed yet. And I also receive child support for my daughter. So that would be like combined for me and then his. And then over here, you basically tally it up. So your income, your expenses, and what was remaining. So I love having that sheet there. Then you have a no spend tracker. So don't spend money on Disney. Don't spend money on planner supplies. And then over here, how did the challenge go this month? Is there anything you can do to improve your outcome? So I love that. And then your weekly expenses. So every day when we make a purchase, it goes here and you write the week up top. And then there's actually some questions that they give you that you can answer. Like, is there anything you should modify for next week? Where do you deserve a gold star? So like, where did you do a really good job at? And then you get into your daily sheets. So where did you see temptation today? How did you overcome it? And then you could do like, they have this daily gratitude section. I really like this because you could do a lot with this. You could either do what you're grateful for that day, or you could do something that you're proud about, like something financial, like a financial thing that you're proud about. Like, I went to the store and saw this sweater that I was obsessed with, but I didn't buy it. And then there's also like a small victory section, which is kind of similar, but I really love how they give you these boxes. And it changes every day what the question is, which I really love. Like, what is inspiring and motivating you to financially plan? Over here, what small steps can you take this week to eventually reach that goal? So like financial freedom, which I'd love. And so on and so forth. And you have those every day for the month. And then the new month, you get those same front pages, and then it goes back to the beginning of those dailies. So I really, really love this. I think that they did such an amazing job with this. This is probably one of my new favorite products that Happy Planner has done. So I'm obsessed with this, and I really want to use this as my new budget planner. There are a couple of things in my current that I love that I want to keep. So obviously my cover, Savvy Saver, this Happy Planner belongs to Jessica and Dan. So that's me and my husband. So that page is going to stay. And then the back side is just, I'll pull it out so you guys can see it. This is just a little, like a little sticker collage that I did. This year looks bright. Learn how to see the possibility, not the problem. Feed the pig first. Goals. Do not save what is left after spending, but spend what is left after saving. So lots of different, like, just like financial money sticker type things. So this is kind of just a catch-all little page that continues to stay with me. And then this was, so obviously, like I said, I started this planner back in, actually I started in 2020, but then in 2021, I added my goals for the year. So I never did one for 2022, but I do want to make a new one for 2023. So I will most likely just pull this out and use this as a reference to go through like our goals and big spending for that year for 2023. So use it as just like a point of reference. But I really love how I did this setup, and I did a Disney themed because we all know I got to keep a little bit of Disney in my planner. All right, and then I have my tabs. So monthly overview and weekly review. I started using these pages for my monthly expenses, but with the new one, they have that like monthly sheet, and like that monthly sheet where it has your bills written out for the year. So I don't necessarily know if I want to do this on top of that. Obviously there might be like random expenses that change per month, which I might want to continue keeping this in. I haven't figured that out yet. So that's one thing I'm still working on. And then this is an old breakdown, but this is basically what I was doing for the week. So I'm probably going to keep something like this in the planner, just because I break things down very differently than what is in like how it's laid out in the other planner. So I would like to keep some note paper going forward as well. And then I just have this dashboard that says this week, so I know where I'm left off. And this is literally all note paper. Then we hop to this back side. It says bills. And here is my breakdown. So I actually love this breakdown. I used a super vibrant marker, like highlighter. I honestly don't even remember what color this was. It might have been my really bright Tombow, but I love it because it stands out so much. Now, the other planner comes with that yearly breakdown of expenses and when they're due. So I'm not sure if I'll keep this or if I will transfer it to that other paper. But this is basically what I had written down for like our bill breakdown. And then I just have some extra paper in the back there. And then this is the savings area. So I haven't done anything with this yet, but I was actually using half sheets. So that way, like I could segregate like what we were saving for. I might actually incorporate those into the new savings area for the other one. And then I have a couple of envelopes in here. So if I ever wanted to like save some cash, I could throw some cash in here. Or if I wanted to save gift cards for Disney trips, we do that quite a bit. So that's why I have 2 in here. And then I just threw a folder in here too, because sometimes like I might want to shove some receipts in here and go back and backtrack or back plan some weekly spending and things like that. So I do want to keep those in here. And then this is the back cover, and I do have my my pen that I like to use for my budget planning. And this is just a sticky pen holder that I got off of Amazon that is stuck to the back. And, you know, this one's, you know, this is an old cover. It's seen better days. All right. So I need to figure out how I want to combine what I have here with my new one. I think the first thing I have to decide is if I want to use this cover or if I want to keep going with this cover. I'm going to just take these stickies off, these little things. And sometimes they don't want to come off. And then they make a mess, like this one is. Fantastic. All right, and then the back side. And this, the back is just plain. There's no decoration to it like the back of the other one. To be perfectly honest, you guys, I wish that I had like the inside of this and the front of that. Okay, I have discs. I'm going to live a little and I'm going to be super creative here. And I'm going to use the front cover of this and the back cover of that. And I'm going to use the mint colored discs because the mint will go with both of these because of the mint in here and then the mint in here. So let's try it out, guys. Another positive thing about this is these are my Mickey discs. So I'm carrying that Disney over with me, which is kind of nice. My metal turquoise ones don't have that, so. All right. So now that we have that together, let's move this to the side. Hopefully you guys can still see. So I think I'm going to switch over the dividers to the ones from the new one. So I am going to have to relabel these to what I have in this one, because I do want to keep those sections the same. I could create a new tab. I'm not sure. I wish you guys could talk to me. What would you do? Would you keep it? Because I could put my monthly sheets in the monthly overview section. This is monthly overview and weekly review. So they would kind of go together. I could kind of like keep these in the weekly. I could do that. And then like here where the weekly expenses is, I could do a notes page. I almost wish they didn't put the no spend where the weekly is. We don't have to use the no spend. It's not something that we do. It was just an extra thing that I thought I could add into my budgeting. But we don't have like, we don't set no spends for ourselves every month. Like I basically just try to watch where I spend my money with planning and Disney, and he tries to watch where he spends his money with gaming and Disney. What I could do, here's an idea. So I could take this sheet and just stick it to this. And then you have my running breakdown and then the expenses. I like that. All right, we're gonna nix the no spend. It'll be okay. We don't have to have it. It was just an extra thing that was included in this planner. So then we have bills. I mean, we have an extra section, but I don't necessarily need it. I could put it for these. Set your goals. Because we've got the bill schedule, which is a year, right? And then these are all like 4-month goals. Like we could take these out, use this as the first page, or what we could do, although because I have a bills section, so that really wouldn't work. Give me a minute, guys. I'll be right back. All right, y'all, I think I finally figured it out. So I am gonna nix the savings sheet from the new budget guided journal because I really like how I lay out my own goal sheet, because I have next month, next quarter, next 6 months, and then next year. And then on the back, like I like this actual specific sheet because then on the back I have like a dump area where I could go back and reflect, which obviously I never did. But then in the highlight section, I put this year's highlights and things that we were looking forward to for that year. So I really like this. So I am going to stick to creating my own for my goals page. And then I have my weekly expenses that I did for now, but then I've got the bill schedule here. So I am going to create a bills and goals section. And then of course we have our little front page. So I'm going to create a bills and goals section. And then there's going to be the monthly overview and the weekly review. And then there's going to be a savings section. And then there's going to be a debt section. So those are going to be my 4 sections, and I figured out how I'm going to combine everything. So I am ready to do this. So I'm going to speed you guys up and let's go. Okay, you guys, I finally finished, and whoo, she is thick, but I actually really like how she came out. So I only had one little hiccup, but everything else went off with a hitch. So we have my budget cover with the mint Mickey discs. And then you open it up and here is my little cover page with the piggy banks and then my little decorative back. And then we have the first one. The only thing I have left to do is to put the little labels on, but I'll do that after. The first section is going to be bills and goals. So we have my goal. Obviously I have to do a new one for 23. And then I stuck my current bill breakdown in here with the new one, and I'll figure out how I want to transfer everything after. Then we have the main section, which is monthly overview and weekly review. And I'm going to put a divider in that says this month. And then we've got the new pages from the new budget guided journal, and then my monthly calendar. And then this is the first start of the weekly section. So you're going to have like my handwritten breakdown, and then the weekly expenses, and then the daily journaling. And this goes throughout. So then here's the next week. And these ones I couldn't double side because I forgot that this was connected to that. So it's just like in there, and so on and so forth for the remainder of the month until you get to the next month, which is right here. And then I'll transfer my divider to the next month. And then I will have, oh, I forgot to put in my divider, my this week section, my little this week dashboard. So we're just going to pull this out. I'm going to look and see if I have a different one because I don't know, this one's kind of a lot. But this can go right in the first week once January comes. So that's going to go right here. And that will start the this week section. There's like just enough room for that. And then, so then I'll have two dividers for this month and then this week. And then I'm just going to jump to the next section. So this is going to be the debt section. So we have the debt tracker sheet from the guided journal, and then just some note paper that I threw in. And then we have the last section, which is the savings. So we have the savings tracker from the guided journal. We have some half sheet note paper, and then my envelopes and my folder. And then of course I put my pen on there, and she is ready to go for the new year. And like I said, she is thick, but I really do like this. I am contemplating on scanning the savings tracker, the debt tracker, and like the bill sheets, like pieces from the guided journal that I can carry out for the remainder of the year, so I don't have to buy a whole nother planner. We'll see how that goes, but that's kind of what I'm thinking at this point to save myself some money. Other than that, I really like how it turned out. So I have the back as the terrazzo, and then the front as the piggy bank with the budget, and it did end up looking really nice with the mint Disney Mickey discs. So I'm really happy with it. I hope you guys liked this setup video. If you did, give it a thumbs up and let me know down in the comments how you guys are planning on budgeting for the new year. If you have any plans, if you have a new planner, I am really excited to get started. If you guys are new to the channel, I would love it if you subscribed by hitting the subscribe button down below and join my planning fam. And I will see you guys in the next video. Happy planning and stay magical.